Okay, so I was saying that data is of two types. Okay, one is called your numeric data from the statistics perspective,
Yes.
numeric data, which will have numbers, right? Whether you talk about complex or numeric or integer. Okay, second is categorical data. So categorical data are data which are part of a group or part of a category, right? From category,
Okay.
you got the name categorical, like gender. So when you say gender, gender, you have male, female, right?
Right.
Let's say region, north, south, east, west, right? City.
Yes.
So now the number of
Yes.
values can be any number of values. Even you can have 100 values.
Yes.
Okay. Like cities, if you say cities, you can have 100 cities values.
Yes.
But the value will repeat from this 100 only.
Okay.
You will not have something else. When you talk about number you can have 5, 5.1, 5.2. There's no limit, right? So we
Yes.
can't limit it. But categorical, yes, even if you have 100 cities, if you are entering the value, let's say 101st value, it has to be one of the 100 values only.
Yes.
So you have a given category, and the value you can expect with that is that it will be from one of these values. So the
Right.
way you handle categorical is different than way you handle numeric. Third
Okay.
type of data is generally, probably you won't be using, I guess, is a text data, right? When you want to analyze, let's say, Twitter data, or you want to analyze Facebook data, right? So in psychology, of course, right, you and I'm sure you'll have some kind of NLP also, maybe if
Yes.
not now, in future, or maybe different semester you'll have. So by looking at a sentence, you should be able to figure out what is the sentiment. Is it positive sentiment, negative sentiment, neutral sentiment, right? So maybe I'm eating breakfast. Okay, it could be neutral sentiment, but I'm feeling happy. Okay, so I'm feeling happy is positive. So you look for the keywords. Happy, happy is positive. So this sentence is giving us a happy meaning. I am not happy. So not happy together gives you one sentiment. So you say, okay, not positive is negative. I am not happy. Sometimes we use in English this way as well. Not happy. I'm not happy. So I'm not happy is again positive sentiment, right? I'm not happy. That means I am happy.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Right? So you have to look at the three words also together, and you say that, okay, the sentiment of this is positive. So that's your text data. Okay, and these days most of these comes from this text. Let's say you want to, and you can probably do this as your thesis work in your last semester, right? You look at the post and see generally what's the sentiment of this post generally. That is a good thesis you can do. Okay, so this is the third type of data is called text data, pure text data. It's not category, but it's it could be any language, right? Could English, Marathi, Hindi, French, Spanish, any language it could be. And you are analyzing this as a text data. Okay, of course, there are functions available, okay, using which you can handle any language. Okay. Okay, so the fourth type of data is called time series data. Now this time series is your text data only, okay, but it is specific to the time. Okay. For example, if I ask you, let's say you run your, if I ask you, what's your company's revenue? Okay. Now your revenue depends upon the time. You'll ask me, talking about this quarter revenue, or this month revenue, or last month revenue, last year revenue, right? So you cannot give me the answer. Right? If I ask you what's your 10th class marks, you can tell me this is 10th class marks. If I ask you what's the company's revenue, I have to associate a timeline also with it. What is your company's August revenue? August is the timeline. So August revenue, or Q2 revenue, right? Or last year's revenue. So it's a numeric value. End of the day, it is numeric. Okay, it's not categorical, it's not text, but it also has a timeline associated. Yes. So we call it as time series data. Okay. So we perform different analysis on time series data. Now coming back to the summary that you asked me, summary will have your either text data or categorical data or numeric data. By default, when you read the data as in data frame, okay, it reads as categorical and numeric. Most of the data, the structured format, right? When you so we have structure and non-structure. Non-structure is beyond table format, right? Like I said, Facebook post, Twitter post, your video, audio, you can't fit them in a table, right? So we call it as unstructured data. The structured data will be of two types, your numeric and categorical. So when you perform summary on numeric, you will get mean, max, median,
Yes.
Q2,
Correct.
Q4, right?
Correct.
Number of values.
Yes.
But when you perform summary on categorical data, you will get unique values, okay? Like, if you have a region and you're performing summary on region, it'll tell you north in alphabetical order, okay? So you'll get first east, north, south, west, and it'll tell you how many values are there in the east, how many values have west, right? So the summary will change based on the data that you have, data type that you have.
Correct. So majorly that assignment which they've given is on this to fetch to collect the data which is in it's a structured data, and you need to draw out some analysis out of it. Like for example, if it is region wise, if it is the ratio of female to male, and if these were the people who attended the class, or how many of them were a part of. Hello.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So so that's where the code, I mean, that's where the assignments are based, and those are the commands that were used to find out.
Right. So this is my GitHub location, okay?
Okay.
And if you go to this location, there is something called as data set, and you have machine learning, okay?
Yes.
These two folders have a lot of data sets. I mean, in case you are looking for some data, you can actually go through this. So this air passenger data is a time series data. It'll tell you number of people who flew in 1949. Okay, 49 January. That's when actually first flight took off.
Okay.
In the entire month, 112 people actually traveled per flight. Okay, and it goes on to for I don't know. I mean, 1960.
2060.
Right. So this is your time series data. Okay, this is 1960 December, 1960 November. Okay, and you have so many data here. So maybe we could take any of these and you can perform that kind of analysis that you want. Generally, I use this data to show or demonstrate in class. So you can use this data.
Sure. And then how do you use the commands of summary into it, like summary and average, and I don't know what they couple of they've used there. So
okay.
In order to get that data.
So do they give you data, or you can take any data?
No, they have given me the data.
Oh, they have given you the data. Okay.
Yeah, I have pulled the data. I imported the data, and thereafter, from basis on that, there were questions.
Okay. So sure. I mean, we could do that.
We can do that tomorrow. I mean,
tomorrow
I'll take you through that. Yeah, I can take you through the whole thing. And then now that I have got a fair idea, I will also sit and try and do it.
Yeah.
And if I have questions, I can always reach out.
Always, yes. Yeah. And that's how you actually learn. Okay?
Correct.
Yeah. So you make mistake, and see, I always tell this to my participants when they do programming. Programming is like mathematics. Okay.
Yes.
So because mathematics, when you see the problem, when you see the steps, right? Oh yes, so easy. Generally when you see the solution step, right? Step by step solution, you'll feel, oh yeah, it's so easy. But when you have to start solving the problem, right? That's when you get stuck. What would be the next step? What should be the next step?
Exactly.
Right? So more you practice in mathematics, there's nothing other way than practicing, right?
Correct.
More you practice, more different types of problems you take, more comfortable. And I'll tell you, I have learned so much more by doing trainings then actually I have learned on job.
Okay.
Okay, I've worked for almost 19 years.
Okay.
My experience has been, see, job, what happens, you work on, say, one thing, and you probably work for years on same thing.
Correct.
Same kind of data, same kind of, the template is there, you just use it. But now
Yes.
for training, okay, you'll ask me a different question. So now
Yes.
I have to answer your question. So, I have to know more than what I have done at the work, right? And
Yes.
in teaching, I have to do 10 different things. I can't just say,
Yes.
no, I know only one formula, I'll give you only one formula. No, I
Correct.
have to talk about all the algorithms. So
Yes.
I have learned much more by, doing trainings than, at work.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Good. Good. So we'll sort of Saturday and Sunday we'll do it like 11.
Correct.
Our classes should be from 11:30 onwards to what?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So let's see. I would suggest minimum 1.5 because you are still behind, right? We
Yes.
already
Yes.
have
Yes.
more. So that's why I wanted to
Finish. Yeah.
finish. Yeah, at least bring
Yes.
you to that same level. Then
Yes.
we can go along with the class. But you're already in the data analysis. That means the basic thing is done.
The basic thing is done. Yes. Yes. So I'm like, yeah. So I mean, I'm okay to even continue now. How we can still?
Yeah. So let's continue for another half an hour and let's see. Okay.
Sure.
We have done matrices, and
Yes.
I want to talk about 3 more things.
Yes.
Okay, minimum. Okay, so with
Yes.
that we'll finish off data structure,
Okay.
and then we'll do 2 important concepts. Okay,
Sure.
which you need to do. In fact, the conditions. Okay, conditions
Yes.
and loops. So
Yes.
conditions and loops, I want to do it as soon as possible.
Okay.
And then after that we can move around. Okay, we can do your assignment, come back and do something else. Maybe
Right.
Saturday dedicate to your class work, and Sunday we can do something different. But
Yes.
the basic is that till class, loops, okay, and maybe to an extent writing functions also, because
Yes.
okay, so till that point I want to finish as soon as possible, maybe tomorrow. Okay, and then
Yes.
we can maybe one day we can spend what you did in the class, another
Yes.
day we can spend on learning something new which you have already learned before.
Sure. So what we can do is today we'll whatever you have planned for, we'll finish that, and so tomorrow we will again do that, and a day prior to the thing, if I need anything, we can maybe will you be able to kind of spare some time?
Yeah. Yes. You ping me, okay.
Yeah, sure.
And the thing is,
So Friday morning.
I'm also doing my PhD, okay.
Okay.
So 16th I'm not 16th whole day I'm going to college, so I'll not be available till evening. Okay.
Oh,
So after
okay.
evening I'll be available.
Okay.
And next week, Tuesday I'm available. 21,
Okay.
22, 23. 3 days I will be in Bangalore.
Okay.
So
Okay.
except these 4 days, 16th, 21 to 23, I'm available any day.
16th and 21 and 23, right?
Yes.
16, 21, 22 and 23 or 22
Correct.
also, right?
No. Yeah, 22 also, 3 days. Yeah.
22 and 23 you're not there. Okay.
Correct.
So
this is,
my class will be there now on the 16th. So prior to that we can connect tomorrow.
Correct. Yes,
Yeah,
tomorrow we
we
can
can
connect, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. And what time, what is the best time for you to connect with me, morning or evening? I prefer morning. Okay.
Okay.
Because see, this week I have got a couple of classes which we should get over. Okay.
Okay.
One class will get over on 20th. That is 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm doing for a company. It's not a company, it's an NGO. So I'm doing for them. So it should get over by 20th. So 5 p.m. 5 to 6 I'll be free from 20th. And there's one class 7 to 8 I have in the evening. So 5 to 6, 7 to 8. Okay.
5 to 6 in the evening.
And 7 to 8 in the
7
evening.
to 8 in the evening. Okay.
So better we connect, let's say late evening or morning, or afternoon also I'm fine. Afternoon also we can probably take 1 hour. Are you going to office or are you still doing
Yeah.
work?
No, I go to work.
Oh,
So
okay.
we can And we can 7 to 8 is fine. With me in the evening, if at all during the day, or if in case you are not going to be there in the evening, then I can do it from work also. I mean,
correct. Then yeah, let's try to do from work if possible. So depending
yes,
upon the urgency, right? If there's
yes,
urgent, you let me
yes.
know as soon as possible. Let's say if you let me know Monday, and if for some reason we are not able to do on Monday, somehow we'll find a time on Tuesday and we will get it done, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
so that
Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday also should be Tuesday. Monday also should be fine.
Generally,
Monday.
Monday and Fridays are light for me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Generally, the work will be light. It's only on
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Generally, I've become busy. But
Okay.
evenings, anytime is fine. We can anytime take out 1 hour, not a problem.
Okay. Okay. So we can do it either on Monday or Tuesday, whichever is fine. I mean,
Correct,
I'll block my calendar accordingly so that I don't take any this. You let me know
Sure,
if
sure.
it is
So
fine.
tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow, let's see how
Yes.
much we
Yes.
can
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll start with the assignment itself. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then we'll, at least a day before we can let know each other that,
Yes.
need to
Yes.
be, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So
Yes.
maybe another 15 minutes.
Sure. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also don't want to do too much because the beginning, right? So
Yes.
I want you to give time to practice. So I thought at least the data structure that we started, we'll finish it
Yes.
off. Okay.
Yes.
Now see,
Yes.
even if you talk about list and matrices, if you see, we can talk for half an hour to 45 minutes just on one topic. Okay.
Okay.
But I wanted to give you introduction now so that later when we start using your assignment and when we use these things, right? You should know, okay, this is what we are using. Okay,
Right.
that's the intention.
Sure.
Okay, so matrices, and then you have arrays. Okay, now
Yes.
array vector is one dimensional, right? This is one dimensional. List is also it's a multi-dimensional, but it does not have multi-dimensional thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dimension, right? And each of them was within one. So it is like a single dimension, but in a vertical format, in a column format. Vector is in a row format. Matrices is a 2 by 2 dimension. If you want to develop 2 by 2 matrix, okay, 2 by 2 dimension, you have to use matrix. But if you want more than 2 dimensional, 3, 4, 5, we use array.
Okay.
So var1 equal to array of, now you provide the values. Okay, so let's say I provide this value, and 9, let's say we'll make it 16. Okay, so I'm going to add some more numbers to it. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16, and or make it, I was thinking 2 into 3 into 3 is what? 18, right? So we'll make 2 into 3 into 3. So this is 16, 25, and 27, 28. So now we have 18 values. So we can clearly make 2 into 3 into 3, three-dimensional data set. So, okay. And here it takes dimension. Okay. Dimension is also your dimension dim. Okay. Equal to, again, we give a vector only. And we tell how many dimensions you want. So if 3 dimension, you have to provide 3 values. So here I'll say 2 into 3 into 3. That means we're talking about 3 dimension. First dimension, we have only 2 values. Third dimension, we have 3. And then again, 3 dimension we have. Okay. And see, we can display only 2 dimension on the screen, correct?
Yes.
It will display in multiple format. Okay. So here, and then you run here. Now you see. Okay. So it is X and Y is comma, because X and Y we can see on the screen. Okay. Third dimension we can't see. So it says 2 rows. Okay. So first dimension is rows, right? X. So you have 2 rows. We give 2. So you have only we have 2 rows. Then we have 3 columns. And this whole thing is repeated 3 times. So you see 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
Okay. You can
okay.
even say, say 2 into 2 into 4, let's say. Okay, so output, right? It's trying to edit here. So I'll say 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. So now it becomes 4 dimension. So it's saying XY 2 dimension is anywhere you are going to show. It is 1 comma 1. Third dimension 1, fourth dimension 1. Then
Okay.
third dimension 2, fourth dimension 1. Then 1, 2, and 2, 2.
And then 2. Okay.
Right? So it took, though we
4.
gave 19, it took only 16, right? We wanted 16, so we left out 3 values. Okay. It took 16 and it formatted this array into multi-dimensional.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm sure like you won't be using this. Okay. Mostly we'll be using vector and matrices. Okay. Then factor is important. So the categorical value which I spoke, right? Categorical value in R, we call it as factor.
Okay.
Okay. Factor is like vector, one dimensional, but here when you convert something into vector, you mean that values are getting repeated. Okay.
Okay.
So say, let's say color, if I say, okay, color,
Okay.
and I have to give as a vector. So I'm going to say C. Now you have red, green, okay, blue, and again you give, red. So let's say these are your colors. Okay. Now I have to convert this into vector, right? Or factor. This is a vector, and to convert into factor. So I'll say color factor equal to factor of color. Okay. Now if you print this, print color F, color factor. Okay, so these are, okay, so see, it says levels, it's printed, and it also gave the levels, the values, unique values.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that means it's a factor.
Okay.
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 Now the last data structure is called data frames. Data frames is your table and column format. Okay, so I'm going to create say employee table, for example. Let's say, okay, employee table equal to data dot frame. Okay, we call it as data dot frame. Okay, and here we'll pass multiple columns. I told you each column is like a vector, right?
Yes.
So I want to give a name. So I'm going to say name, employee name. Okay, equal to C. Okay, you can say Sachin, Virat. Right, I'm giving 3 values to each row. Then comma. Then you give the next column title. So we'll say city equal to. Okay, you say Mumbai. Okay. Now you give maybe something else. Let's say average. Okay. It's a number. So, okay. So this is your employee. Now I'm going to print this employee. So this has become your table-like thing. So you run, and you see it has created a table here. Okay, but mostly for our work, we'll be reading CSV file and getting the data, right?
Okay.
So we'll use CSV file to read the data. This is just to show you how you can create a data frame.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Print, when you said print employee,
Yeah.
it came it as Sachin. Yes, a name, city, average. Oh, okay. Sachin Mumbai 113.
Columns.
Oh, okay. So when you said employee is equal to data frame and you said parenthesis and then you close the parenthesis later.
Correct. So
After
everything,
MCT and average.
yeah. So everything,
Oh,
every opening will have a closing. Okay. So every
okay.
parenthesis will have a closing partner. So this is where you are closing, and
Okay.
within this, I'm providing row, column equal
Oh.
to value, values basically. So column is one word equal to value. So if each
Yeah.
of these things become a column.
Okay. Then you say print employee. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So it came as 1, 2, 3. That also it came. Name Sachin Mumbai 1 1
So
very nice. Serial
okay.
number. The serial
Okay.
number also came.
Correct. So these are called index. Okay. It is added automatically. Okay, so when you create data frame, so column, header, and the row number will be added automatically. Since we have given the column name, okay, here you don't have number like 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
But in row, it will give you 1, 2, 3. Okay, we call this as index. Yes.
Okay. Right. I see. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll end it here for today.
Yes, we'll end it here. And then tomorrow we'll connect